Hey, mushroom number 2. This is if you chose this small mushroom with a little leaf holding it. These are your messages, and hopefully it's clear. Let's try to see. I lit my Alice in Wonderland candle so I can get the necklace that's inside. It's still a while to go. And then when this burns down, it's gonna be such a beautiful Alice in Wonderland cup. It's literally like teacups stacked on top of each other, but it's like a giant cup that I can enjoy my tea with when I do readings or anything. I feel very much like Alice in Wonderland, and I could lose myself in that movie. It was all these fantastical little flowers, and I love high tea as well. Like that's something when the weather is nice that I will definitely do. But anyway, if you chose this little cute little mushroom with the leaf, then these are your messages. So what I'm doing is I usually do the oracle cards. Now I'm gonna do them last because there's a lot of purple theme here. And I'm gonna shuffle some Cat Tarot, which is already coming out on its own, for you guys, and then I'll do a little bit of charm casting afterwards. Hopefully I can keep this within the 20-minute limit that I made for myself. And this little cabin incense holder, but it's alas, my lighter is it can't reach that one because it has like a little incense log cabin here, and you usually smoke out like a cottage. That would have been so nice. Wow, you guys got 4 instead of 3 cards for messages for full moon, along with so the cat tarot is gonna be like what to maybe expect any full moon or any timeless messages whenever you guys get this. So we got Page of Wands in reverse. I will hold up the cards while I explain them. The World card. We got 4 of, I think that's Pentacles. And then you have the Sun card, but in reverse. Okay, there's already a message that popped up in my head here. So, with the Sun card in reverse, before I forget, I heard, better than you even imagined. Okay, something that you thought would happen, if it did not happen, there's something, it happened even better than you would have thought ever would happen to you, something like that. And it's disregarding some kind of joy or what brings you delight here. It's like an unexpected form of happiness somehow. So whatever it is you're consuming, media, music, even boring day-to-day life, there's something that will be delightful for you somehow, is the message here with the Page of Wands in reverse. See, this is a cat toy, and he's just staring at it, and it's just gonna fall into your lap, maybe, for some reason, for some of you guys, okay? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So this is some kind of unexpected joy. If some of you guys feel like, you're lacking a bit of libido or passion in life for some reason, it's kind of like there's a reason for that. There's a reason for why that is the case. And sometimes we don't understand that reasoning. Look at this. This looks exactly like Tiggy, my bodyguard tabby cat, but he's like biting this toilet paper roll, okay, and going like that. And it's in reverse as well. And 8 of Swords is usually like getting yourself, and if it's reverse, is like you're getting yourself unstuck from bad maybe behavior and addictions, or some of you guys might have some I wouldn't say habits, but something that there's a comforting thing, like that is your go-to. If it's not working anymore, there's something that you're getting yourself out of, or having not a replacement per se, but something to help comfort and soothe you that is not going to be wasting, like, look at all this toilet paper everywhere, okay? But still will give you that oomph that you are desiring, or like that you want, but in a good way this time. Okay, so something that didn't work before, and especially will give you a lot of mental comfort, is another word that for some reason popped up. with this Page of Wands in reverse, something unexpected perhaps, and maybe when you are feeling low in life, something unexpected might happen to either brighten your day, or that will I'm also getting one of the messages for some people are you are possibly you will travel. There's some kind of traveling possibly involved with some kind of success as well. So what you deem a success, or what maybe people see you as being successful in doing, like it could involve traveling to and from somewhere here. You wanting to travel possibly to kind of revive your mojo, kind of if it's been feeling a bit stagnant, or a change of scenery as well to help refreshing your perspective. And with regards to your victory and success, it's almost like you are being content about what you currently have, and that's a really good mentality to have, because gratitude will kind of be like a half full type of mentality, will help to attract more blessings, which is another message I got for like a different reading before that I posted on YouTube. But yeah, this is like savoring the little things. Like, look at this cat. Is like, it's almost like this human person like holding out the hand. You could get a helping hand with something as well. And it's like while you're saving up, or like putting your ducks in a row kind of thing, you know, it's all going to add up. It's like you're saving your energy, your time for the right either person, the right job, the right opportunity, the right timing. And divine timing is also very important in your life for why things are the way they are. But like a methodical approach, and like, I guess another phrase that comes to mind is life is a marathon, it's not like a race. Okay, so all your diligence and like hard work and effort and quality work is going to be paying off, and you might not see it now, but it's like being grateful and content for what you have, no matter how little or how a lot you have, is actually a really good trait to have. Okay, so no matter where you go in life, where you travel, where you are, you'll always find a way to be content. And I think that's a really beautiful thing, because you don't need much. At the end of the day, our souls will leave our bodies, right? It's like the soul is like, wee! Like I've never seen a cat actually do this, like stand up like this for a prolonged period of time, but it's almost like your inner joy, or inner, not childhood, but like, usually it's a child on a horse as well, okay? So it could be your inner childhood being awakened, and you're listening to things that will actually bring you joy, that is not always going to be fancy. Some people do have fancy taste, and that's fine. Okay. It's relatable. There's some things that you just like enjoy doing, like for example, some guys, for example, like really nice cars, for example, but they also know how to enjoy tiny things like a hot dog, or you know what I mean, like I don't know, I'm just saying a bunch of random shit. But or like for example, some people who are foodies like myself, we kind of like savoring the textures and the taste of certain foods and drinks. Like for me, it's I just like finished a bunch of almond milk, chocolate almond milk, and it's those like textures, those feelings, any of your senses that you engage in that brings you those little joys will be effortless, and you'll realize, oh, it doesn't really take much at all for like true joy and happiness, no matter how small or fleeting it is, okay, to be felt and to be acknowledged, and then to add that into your life, okay, that has a meaning too. And all that saving up and stuff that you might seem as boring or whatnot, as like maybe you're saving up money for travel, for example, is another message for some people who like to travel, okay, and explore new things and ideas that can help to revive any loss of kind of any kind of loss of like friends, or like boredom, something like that, is going to help revive that inner fire of yours, right? So yeah, it's like creating your version of the sunshine for your life, something that you can bask in the glow of long before the sun is already down. Like, I'm not sure why these phrases are coming around, but yeah. So we're gonna shuffle now the Hocus Pocus Tarot to see guidance and what to look forward to as per your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and the universe, really. Whenever you get this message, or it could also be in full moon in Virgo, which is happening right now. Okay, so these cards came out very fast. Lost one more card here since there's already 4, and you guys got an extra card from Pal Mushroom 1. So this card seems to repeat from Mushroom 1 as well. So if you chose Mushroom 2 and this card catches your eye also, then maybe take a little look at slide through for Mushroom 1 for the other video. And then the bottom deck energy is 8 of potions. So this is also letting go of emotions that's not serving you well. For example, there is this another rhyme or quote that I remember is like, worrying, okay, it gives you something to do, but it doesn't take you anywhere. So that's pretty much what that is like walking away from either it could be an emotional like habit that you have, for example, like extra worrying, and sometimes you know you don't know the outcome, but worrying about it is not gonna change the outcome at times. To really trust your intuition to guide you to, you know, the universe, whatever happens is like for your highest good, like for you to learn and up level your soul in the highest way possible. So if there's something that you don't understand or you feel like emotionally is painful or like at a loss or unfulfilling, what are you learning? This is like, what lessons are you learning emotionally from a situation or encounter? Because every encounter is like pretty much a lesson, but also to let your hair down as well. You can still have fun, and it's not all humdrum and serious and oh my goodness, like deep dark shadowy parts of yourself. Like there's also a way to hang loose and while still being responsible is like kind of like that. It's like making the right time for that, and traveling towards a long term, like there's something that you do feel like that is really good for like a long term habit that was going to contribute to your like longevity and happiness. Why? Sorry, I got distracted that there is an SUV stopping in the middle of the road in front of the house here. I don't understand. Are they lost? Like, what exactly is happening here? Okay, anyway, that could also be like, maybe they are lost. This could be like pit stops as well. Speaking of that, being like something that like distracted me from finishing this reading over here. Like, I don't understand what the heck is going on with it, car. It could also be like a distraction from your goals at the moment. Could have like a purpose as well. Because there are no coincidences, I find. So that was so random. What the heck was the SUV doing? Anyway, let me just okay, I just had to get rid of. I had to like close my curtain there so I can focus. So with this Night of Pumpkins, we do have again, there could be something that is out of reach or that you feel like you don't understand. You don't know the outcome of possibly, okay? And there's an expansion of your mind going on, perhaps happening subconsciously. Again, this deals with travel because 2 of Wands is like waiting for something to come in. It could be plane tickets to somewhere, it could be concert tickets. There's like something in this physical realm to celebrate your victory and success that you might be going to kind of show for it or to kind of celebrate it. And you have like all this food here and this candy apples with these 2 candles. It's almost like you're gonna treat yourself in some way that will show like you will indulge in a little bit of either good food or something like that for all your hard work and success that you have accomplished. So it could also be an event that you're going to that will involve kind of like, you know, food that you don't eat in the like every single day, though that would be something you usually do. Like for example, like you usually make your own food or meals for work so you can help save money, but and also because you can cater to your taste, right? So that's just an example. You could be attending some kind of event possibly that some people might find boring, like a conference or something, but it's going to expand something for you, like your mind, like your knowledge, or if not connections, it's like a way of thinking or doing something. If it's a hobby that you're going to, like a fan expo or something like that, or Comic-Con, like for example, it's just a geeky examples, but that could just help to fuel your inner fire, so to speak, so that you have like a passion for life and a zest for life again that you might thought you have lost. Okay, so I also feel there's a message about self-medicating yourself as well. Like, what is it that you're using to self-medicate yourself? Is it in moderation as well? Is it almost like disassociating you from reality and preventing you from doing things that you need to do in the real world? Is another thing that you can ask yourself. For those of you that have put a lot of effort into something here, because you're looking at this cat is looking at the bowl like, is my treats there? Like, you might be waiting for a result of something that you want to happen in your life, and you feel like, I'm not sure if it's possible or attainable. And it's like, whatever actions that you did put out into the world, it will eventually, if you believe in the concept of karma, somehow as well, the universe will help, and your guides as well, or your angels, to help, if you ask for their help, to help you attain a goal in a way that is just, depending as well if you were doing something that was just towards either yourself or other people. Like, did you approach it in a way that was in a good, a righteous way, in like a virtuous way? Now, if you didn't, that doesn't mean that you're gonna burn in the stake like these witches that are being hunted, okay? Because sometimes if you flip it, sometimes how we see as villains or whatnot, they're actually kind of like, they're doing something. They could actually, someone could be doing something villainous, or that society might deem as really unusual, but their intention might have been good. So if things didn't go as planned as well, it's almost like, what was the lesson learned there? And if you don't learn from such lessons, like for example, you got some people angry, riled up, or triggered as well, and you don't take accountability, that's gonna also bite you in the butt. It's kind of like that. And it's kind of like counting this, like taking accountability for the stuff that you did do, or the seeds that you sowed, something like that. And whether or not you did put the hard work or not. And for example, this gives me like the vibes of like, this is Libra energy with justice here, but it's almost like what you do usually will beget a consequence of some sort, or it will create a ripple effect of some sort, and it'll eventually not necessarily come back to you, but usually somehow it does. But it's almost like the intention that you have behind something is really important here. And it's not just the words, but like the actions that will say stuff, or the unspoken stuff as well. It will play out as it will. Like, it will play out. No matter how little or big of an action, even no action as well, is there's consequences to most things. So with this Emperor, it is in reverse, I find, but I'm gonna put it up right here. This is the main character's father, who plays a Count Dracula. With the Emperor, it's like taking control of some aspect of your life. If there's something that has made you sad, for example, or that you feel is not making you feel safe or content, or both of those things, you have the power as well to change that, even no matter how helpless a situation you think you are in, or like very unmotivated as well. There can be small little steps with the Knight of Pentacles. It might be a slow process, it might be take a lot of work as well, and it will take a lot of time, but that it is worth it for your long-term happiness. Okay, if something is worth your long-term happiness to try at least, then never try at all. With regards to putting in the effort to find balance in your life, right? You're trying to find balance. Justice is all about balance. Oops, and that keeps falling over. So there could be a lot of distractions in order to find this balance, but to not give up on that as well, because you are worthy to, be your own driver's seat in your life. If you feel like there's a lot of influences outside your life, at the end of the day, you get to choose to to say no, or to, if you need time for yourself or something like that, to not be guilty about saying no. If you're feeling tired, to not push yourself, something like that is coming through with the Emperor card as well. This could be like institutions, this could be organization needed in some aspect of your life here. And like using your charm, but to inspire others, okay, especially those that are down, or those that have lost hope in life, that there's good in the world. There could be a role about, having natural leadership qualities, for example, and using your gifts. And this reminds me of, like, spirit, sometimes spirits can come off as like little flashing lights, and this reminds me of the fairies. But there's little sparks of joy fairies, or even like possibly like supernatural elements, or mystical beings, or elemental, something like that, that's actually surrounding some of you guys and helping you with things in your life that you don't realize. Okay, so the unseen world, some people just have like an energy about them. Either this affects you in your daily life and you look forward to this, or other people look forward to your presence, or seeing you, or your charm, or your wit, or there's something about your gifts, or about your presence, or even just like that inspires people or gives them hope that there's goodness in the world, possibly. And if not, then there's like a balancing of like anger or any kind of passion that is not what's this, two candles is like this two candles burning. So this could be collaborative effort of some sort, to take control of things that are maybe out of your control that you feel, or there are some things that is beyond our control as well, is what I'm getting. But it's just like to recognize what needs balance in your life for the most part as well. So that's like kind of like the main goal, is like what stuff you can let go of and what stuff that you can't control versus what you can do for yourself, okay? Because like a phrase coming to my mind again is like, what you can't really control others, okay? Because, or if you do try, it's usually gonna backfire somehow, because it's not for like the best intentions. But you can control what you do with yourself and with your reactions, and what you do with your time and your effort, and where you go, and what you think, and what lights you up as well. So there's some food for thought for you guys. And now this is 22 minutes. I better choose some charms here before I forget. For the highest good of pile number 1, or sorry, for the highest good of mushroom number 2, this ring wants to come out. I'm gonna dig just a little bit. Okay, so these are your small little charms. Again, with the depression here, with this black is usually like a very serious kind of energy. So some of you guys might have to do a lot of serious adult things, and it's like finding things to lighten up. You got the other mushroom also got this, which is the nuts and bolts of a situation. So tightening, fixing things, practical, on the practical level. Whoa, my fellow foodies here. There could be food that's very important to you guys as well. Certain companies that you keep as well that is very comforting to you, and that might be very much appreciated at this time. Isn't it so cute? It's like Rilla Kluman. I don't know what this other bear is called, but yeah, they're just living their life in a way, and even in the small moments, you can still live your life. That includes savoring food, and then just to remember that you are divine, and that there is a divine force out there. If you don't believe, if you're not religious, gods or goddesses or whatnot, I believe nature is very powerful, but there is divine energies out there, and to remember your inner divinity whenever you're in doubt about something, to remember that you are a divine being living a human experience, not the other way around. Some people this is an initial of L, or if you feel like, you're losing in life, to think like, somehow let go of that so that you can experience joys again, because without the lows, we can't appreciate the highs as well. And in, I don't know what that word might mean, in divination, what I'm doing right now. With this black and white ring could also be, again, like dealing, reminds me of therapy almost, like, you know, some people, like, with regards to this, reminds me of a mood ring, but, like, some people hold on to things or habits because they're very comforting to them, and because it helps you when you're sad, so there could be an emphasis on what you do when you are sad, because there's a lot of black here as well. It could be a grieving over some loss or getting over some kind of loss, and that might be a slow process. To be very gentle with yourself and put some love in yourself if you have been giving too much, to do what you love as well, and to cherish those you do love, and think things from a fresh perspective, or some fresh air might be needed, change of scenery here, surrounding yourselves with nature. And it's not just, you know, the recreational kind, but like whatever that is for you. Could be getting your body active as well. And we have a lucky penny here. We have a penny. So in Canada, this is a 1 cent penny. This could be also messages somehow, like coins could be one way that your loved ones leave messages for you. Mushroom too, you have a lot of messages. There's sort of this coming through an eye. Okay, so someone on the other side might be communicating to you. They want to say something to you in different ways. One of them could be through dropping random coins everywhere, or also, like, you know, to with this card is also like be careful with finances as well. It's like to save up with the Four of Pentacles, and in case there is a rainy day. And then, well, that's a reminder for me, but yeah, and then the initial I. You are divine. I divine. I am in L. So it could be again L for loss with this black here. And it's also, black could be a favorite color for some people as well. It has some kind of significance. But that's all I have, you guys, for mushroom number 2. I hope that you found this interesting. You guys have the longest message compared to mushroom 1. And I hope that was interesting. Bye, guys.